just want to give a shout out to all my homies.
Actually, no. Let's not give a little shout out
Just
to
because
our
we don't have any friends doesn't mean we can't
Red
supply
Lobster, aka Gingerbread Boy.
She's part of the hater crew. Like,
Hater.
she's
Oh, you hating on us because we trying to holler at the homie.
Good morning, this is Kaylee Rogers. You're listening to The Morning Buzz on WHITradio.org. Good morning. It's a kind of chilly morning right now. So I am your host, Kaylee Rogers, for The Morning Buzz on WHITradio.org. With me today in the studio is Lizette, Mr. Puro, and Mr. P. So we have an interesting show for you. We're going to be talking a little bit, shed some more light on the tornado in Oklahoma. Then we're going to talk about Star Wars 7, some celebrity gossip, celebrity birthdays, quote of the day, and of course, weather. First, let's go to Miss Pacino, who I believe has the story.
Update on the story. As we all know, there was a ravaged town in Oklahoma, Moortown, and the tornado just went right through it. A 17-mile path. It was a mile wide. Initially, they said 51 people were killed. Then it went up to 91. Now it's back down to 21 or 29 or something like that.
That's odd.
Yeah. The winds were over 200 miles per hour, and it's an EF5. It's been designated as an EF5, meaning the strongest category of tornado ever measured. And the devastation was so catastrophic that city officials rushed to print new street signs to help guide rescuers and residents through the newly mangled and unfamiliar landscape. Financial impact will be monumental. Insurance claims will be about $1 billion. Whoa. So I was watching the news yesterday. Channel 4 had like a 3-hour show on it. The devastation is unbelievable. The heroics of some of the people are inspiring, really. An elementary school teacher covered her students and then made sure they were safe, and then covered some other students, went over there and covered some other students.
Yeah.
So they had her on the show, and there's really nothing left for many people. They just have to start all over again. And it's probably one of the most horrific tornadoes ever to hit any area. What I'm concerned about is it seems like they had a warning about this, and why they opened schools is beyond my comprehension. So
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense if they had the warning.
yeah, if you have a warning, you gotta take heed of it. So
Like, take it seriously.
take it seriously. I think although 29 deaths, a lot of deaths, could have been a lot worse. Just looking at the pictures and the devastation,
It's insane.
It's just nothing left. Leveled houses, corporations, all kinds of buildings. It lasted for about 40 minutes, and
That's kind of long for a tornado.
it is. Usually, maybe they're
wow.
down for a couple of minutes. They hit down, but 40 minutes is quite a long time. And it did. There it is. There's a picture of it right now.
What happens if you get
Puro.
sucked in?
What?
The possibility of you dying.
What was that?
What happens if you get sucked in to the?
Yeah. You're not going to be around.
What if does it shoot
200
you out,
miles
though?
an hour, you can't survive
Like, there are
that.
some people that do make it, but the likelihood you're gonna die.
Yeah, the likelihood is
Because
that
you're
you're not
probably
making.
you're gonna
Yeah.
be sucked in, you're gonna be spun around, and you're gonna be dropped somewhere. Like,
Yeah,
200 feet in
I
the
don't
air.
know. I've heard that some people have survived that, but I don't see how you can. And this was such a wide. They said at one time it was over a mile long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the touchdown was over a mile. So you can imagine the devastation. You don't even have to imagine it. You can see it
Yeah.
for yourself. The mayor is trying to put the town back together. and nobody can recognize where anything is anymore. I mean, there's nothing left. So.
Well, on a lighter note, when we put our thoughts to that, we all know that Star Wars 7 is being made, and I'm not happy about that.
Why?
It's being made by Disney.
Oh, okay.
And one of the concerns is who's going to play Han Solo for a because you can't use Harrison Ford because they want the characters to be younger. It's almost like you're continuing after the episode 6. So they're saying that Josh Holloway from Lost should be Han Solo. With J.J. Abrams directing it. And we know J.J. Abrams from the Star Trek movies and Lost.
Right.
He's going to be the main director for this movie. Like I said, it's going to be part of the Disney film franchise. Since Disney bought, I think it's Lucas. I know it was his.
Lucasfilms?
Yes, Lucasfilms. It's escaping my mind.
Wow, they must spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they E! News was interviewing the actor Josh Holloway at the what's it called? He was promoting his CBS drama Intelligence, which actually was kind of cool. I actually kind of wanted to watch that. But they're saying that he thinks it would be fun to play. Like, he was being kind of coy about it. He was saying it'd be fun to play Han Solo, and so I'm kind of on the fence with this movie because I don't
want
like
it to be too Disney,
no.
do you?
And I don't like the prequels to begin with.
Yeah,
I like the original trilogy.
I like the original myself. Though the prequels are amazing from a technological standpoint.
They're too clean.
They
come off too clean. It doesn't have the gritty look of how you would want, how if you wanted to connect it with not just references, you wanted to connect it visually, you need to make it more gritty almost. It came off too clean and too sterile.
And aseptic, right?
Oh yeah, and in behind the scenes you saw that they mainly did in studio shooting with behind the blue screen. It was people. I feel like people go too far with CGI, green screen, blue screens.
I do too. It looks too artificial after a while. Yeah, it doesn't look.
Like that's why I love when you watch some 80s or 70s or even 60s sci-fi, and you have the almost kind of cartoonish characters, but you know that one movie, Willow, for example, there is this giant monster, and the fact that it's kind of lumbery and moves very with kind of straining, it actually makes it kind of not comedic, but almost whoa, that looks kind of real. It looks more real than something that I know came from a computer.
Yeah. When you see computer-generated monsters, somehow it doesn't connect.
Yeah.
You're not connecting.
There's a disconnect with the audience and reality.
Right. So.
Well, for more actors, they're bringing. They are gonna bring back Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and they're even saying that they're gonna bring Harrison Ford for it to be different roles.
Mark Hamill, I wonder what he was. Luke Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher was
Princess Leia.
Yeah.
So
they can't bring back Alec Guinness because he's not around anymore, and James Earl Jones played Darth Vader, at least the voice of Darth.
Yeah,
Vader.
the body was a 6'6" bodybuilder.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't James Earl Jones. Yeah.
I like James Earl Jones. He was a really he made the voice really kind of very almost scary to the point where it's
very ominous.
Okay.
Yeah, very ominous. They had I forget what his name is now. I always confuse the one that played the scientist. He passed away. Peter Cushing.
Right.
Yeah, he's not with us anymore.
No.
But Christopher Lee is. So I wonder if they'll bring him back.
Maybe. Well, like I said, I'm on the fence for this movie. Rather they didn't make it, but
I heard they're planning to make 6 more. So
no.
Yeah, well, Disney's going to get as much mileage as they can. They paid a ton of money for it, so You know they're going to make a lot of movies. I'm sure they're going to have part of the park now called Star Wars Park, you know, and
Yeah.
they're going to make, you know, they got to make money. I mean, you spend money, you make money.
See, that is what I like. Like
Yeah.
you have like it looks real. It really
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
And
Well-
even like with the way the characters were written, there's like almost like someone trying to copy the original trilogy, but
Yeah.
making it too almost alien. It
Yeah.
doesn't even seem normal with the way people react and interact with each other.
Right.
Well, that's for a different show when I rant
All
about
right.
the Star Wars prequels.
Okay.
Right now we have Lizette with some celebrity gossip.
Who's now very slender, Lizette.
Slender.
Slender Lizette.
Oh, stop it. You have
Slender.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Okay, so Kim Kardashian is quoting that her pregnancy lips are out of control.
Pregnancy lips.
Yeah,
Lips?
her lips are huge
What are
with the
lips?
rest of her lips.
Oh, hips or lips?
Lips.
Her big lips under
Yes.
her nose?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She is saying that her pregnancy lips are out of control, but that she guesses it's not a bad problem to have. In my opinion, she's huge.
And she got really big.
It's disgusting how big
Well,
she is.
I feel like she's not properly, like she's not dressing herself properly. For her
Yeah,
body
she
type.
does not have the right attire on for her humongous body. And I loved Kim until she got pregnant.
Well, cause like she always like wears like skin tight clothes, and she's trying to do that when she's pregnant.
And
Yeah.
it's so
you
wrong.
You can't do that when you're pregnant. Maybe when you're 3 or 4 months, because nothing really shows. But once you get the baby bump, don't try to wear the same stuff you wore.
Especially her, that not only does she have like triplets in that thing, but she has it growing on the back of her, the front of her, the top of her.
Well, usually, when like
Mm.
you have, from what I've seen, I've had too many like family members. When woman's pregnant, when she has a boy, it's like just very like out in the front. But when she's like pregnant with a girl, the body fat goes everywhere.
That's
It goes-
horrible.
she's probably having like a girl.
That is horrible.
Makes
Because
me like want to adopt kids.
she looks
now.
like a whale. Like she looks so swollen. And I saw a picture of her foot. She's wearing these
Oh God! Don't even tell
heels,
me.
and they're like her cankles are coming out of the shoe.
Her
She's not
cankles?
dressing herself properly.
No, she's
What's
not
a-
at all.
A cankle is a calf and an ankle?
When they combine.
Yeah,
That's
when they
called a
combine,
cankle?
when
You
you
call
have
them
way too
cankles.
much fat on your ankle,
Yeah.
and it looks like just one big fat hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looks like
okay.
there's like just no definition
So
between the
I'm
foot and
getting,
the
Lizette,
calf.
that you're not too happy with the way she looks.
No way.
Well, didn't she wear like this one time a sheer dress when she was like pregnant, and like you could see almost everything?
Yeah, I don't understand what she's trying to do. Like,
She's trying to make herself look sexy, but it's not working.
those are her normal feet.
Those are normal feet.
Right.
Now
And then
now
and
she has
then-
cankles.
Now,
Wait a minute,
yeah.
I think we have a phone call from Kim Kardashian. No.
No, no. But did you see what she wore to the Metropolitan Opera?
the
That was
flower
horrible.
thing. I know she looked like
She
a
looked
couch.
like a couch.
I know.
All right.
Like the fact that the
You
dress.
see, look at her normal body. How gorge it was. I wish I had that body. But
The
then
fact
look,
that the dress had it had stuff like almost like gloves attached, so it was just all one fabric on her entire body, and the fabric wasn't it wasn't flattering.
she looks
Like I don't think she could even get away with it without being pregnant.
Yeah, like it looked horrible. Look at how
Oh my
disgusting.
god, that's bad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go on.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Let's
can't
move
have
on.
a slit like that.
We get the
Have a
point.
slit like that. It's
We get the
horrible.
point. We get the point.
Okay, so
All
yeah, moving on. Kaylee has random facts for us.
Yes. Aside from that horrible dress, well, the dandelion root can actually be roasted and ground as a coffee substitute. So if you ever run out of coffee beans, you can always go for dandelion roots.
All right.
The phrase rule of thumb is derived from an old English law which stated that you couldn't beat your wife unless you had anything with anything wider than your thumb.
Okay.
So, yeah. And for the last one, the Earth's atmosphere weighs about 5.5 quadrillion tons.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's very heavy.
That's how much Kim Kardashian.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Back to Lizette with some celebrity birthdays.
So today's
I hope
birthdays.
it's not Kim Kardashian.
No, it's not. Naomi Campbell
All right,
nice.
43.
and Novik Djokovic.
I have no idea.
Djokovic.
Who is he?
Some European, clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
Danielle Bryan.
Don't know.
Jennifer Goodwin.
Don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, she's from
is
Something
she?
Borrowed and that other movie, Valentine.
Yes, Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katie Price. She's like an English like hostess person from
Yeah.
the TV. Morrissey, Apollo Antonono, Maggie Q, Johnny
wow.
Gill, and Denise Welch. That's birthdays for today. But anybody else celebrating?
And Richard Benjamin, 75. He was with Paul Apprentice, and he still is an actor.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I didn't know
Didn't
that
about
one.
that one.
But everybody's celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday
Happy
to you!
birthday to you.
Woohoo!
Happy birthday.
Yay!
Well, for your quote of the day, it's from Jane Austen, and it's, I do not want people to be agreeable. It saves me the trouble of liking them.
Okay.
Well, because like it kind of goes with the whole, if someone is constantly like being like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" It will get on your nerves after a while, and it'll make you start to dislike them.
It's better if they say,
It's better to be
I don't
normal.
like you, or
no, it's better to be normal. It's like if someone's
don't even-
constantly almost like a people pleaser,
too perky.
it'll get on my nerves.
All right, too perky.
Well, to finish up the show, I have the weather for you. Right now it is 62 degrees, but the high is supposed to be 86, which I find kind of
Wow.
doubtful
It
that
hit
we're going to
90
reach
and-
that.
Hit 90
Yesterday,
yesterday. in
yep.
some places.
Yeah.
Hopefully it hits 90 this weekend.
Yeah, but today I doubt it's going to reach 86. The humidity at the moment is 85%,
Wow.
but it's supposed to go down to 66.
What are those healthiest foods quickly? That would,
Well, we don't have time because the bell
yeah,
is
but I
ringing.
want to know.
We can save that for tomorrow's show.
Yeah, we could
I
save
want to
it.
eat them.
We can save it for tomorrow.
I closed it already.
Yes.
Anyways, sorry, Mr. P.
It's supposed to be some thunderstorms today. Tomorrow, high going to go to 74. Chance of rain 60%. And there's supposed to be a thunderstorm heading our way during the week. Well, that was your morning buzz with the I was your host Kaylee with Lizette, Mr. Piro, and Miss Machino. Have a great morning.
WHAT Radio.org.